Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway.
All right, Coach. It's the NFL on EA. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Under 10, 10.
They run with Holyfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Time to run through the starters on the defensive side for Chicago. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
On 3rd down, Noble. And his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the 17, Trubisky. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super. And they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal. And the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd down and goal. Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check 3. Check 3.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
A carry here for Holyfield. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. To throw on 3rd down. Noble. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Check, check, 47.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Holyfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 95 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Stop your whining.
2nd and 9 now. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Noble firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lions. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 19th touchdown now on the season as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So Pat O'Donnell to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 2nd down, Noble. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Noble. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. That hasn't been the case so far in this game.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Noble. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd and long. Noble. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Quincy Enunwa, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 25 on second down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 14 yards into Chicago first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Montgomery. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 8. They will find Davis. That's complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ward. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. On 1st and 10, Noble. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Noble. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Noble. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Here's Trubisky. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They try again with Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to...
Trubisky's pass complete to Adam Shaheen. Touchdown, Chicago.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. Just over a minute 40 to play. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Noble. Rodgers brings it in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Noble. And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
I got him. Slam, slam, slam.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half.